Good evening. Welcome back to Monday Practice with Reverend Jorge. I'm Reverend Jorge. I'm a staff minister at Creative Living Fellowship, and this space is created and supported by Creative Living Fellowship that allow us to explore and to experience what spiritual practice could be and how we can explore them and learn them and create these tools that we can reach out in the moments of change, of the moments of distress, and as well and learn that when we think of the spiritual practices, we always think on terms of meditation or mantras or prayer or yoga, but there is small more and mindful as well spiritual practice that we can actually hold in ourselves in a shorter practice, and we can do it in any moment of or days of life. I'm seeing if everyone is to start connecting, and so welcome everyone, and I'm very happy to come back to Monday practice. So as well in Monday practice, I try to connect it with um, with the Sunday service, with the theme of the month of Creator Living Fellowship, which is actually the new day dawning. Forgive me that pronunciation. Which is actually all this new beginning, the freedom of the new beginning. And and last Sunday we have the Don't Fall for the Okie Dokie, which we're going to explore a little longer what it means for us in a spiritual practice. I see friends already saying hello. I'm going to acknowledge them. We have Sharon, who said good evening, family. Glad we are here all together. And we have a Mary Jane. Hi, good evening, Mary Jane. Good to see you around. Glad that you are here. So, if you have any message that you want to share, welcome everyone. And if you look at us, not live, but afterwards in streaming, also leave the comments down the box of the comments in Facebook and YouTube, and I will read all and always like it and comment afterwards. So, thank you for all of you to be here. And as I said before, I continue with the we where it's going to be our practice. This space is supported and created by Creative Living Fellowship, and so if you feel that this practice and the other activities that we do online is supporting you in your practice and your spiritual growth and your spiritual exploration, I invite you to support us as well. So here I'm sharing in our chat a way to support us through a PayPal path, and as well with the text to donate. That would be another option to do that. Um, so we have someone who says is a Facebook user. Hello, with hands and hearts. We don't say, but thank you to be here, and we love you, and we are honored to have you here and participating. Um, so that's just where I complete with my script right now. So let's continue with the thing. So as I say, the thing of the month is the new day dawning, and the last Sunday yesterday topic was don't fall for the okie donkey, which actually Reverend Sherry was expressing that the okie donkey is it's the way to don't let us to be trapped in ideas and beliefs and influences that wants to keep us in our small boxes in our constrained beliefs and limited our experience of life, which is actually the opposite what God wants for us, an explosive plenty, explosion of love, an explosion of experience in the highest and very good for all of us. So this was a beautiful talk from Reverend Cheryl, which actually talking right now. I can see her. She show up in the chat with hearts and loving options and a blessing for all of us. Thank you, Reverend Sherry. And for the today's practice, we're going to do it's very known as a discernment practice. The discernment is actually it's a practice that relates a lot with the Christian contemplatives, but as well the Buddhism included, and many other practice and non-dualistic practice like religious science, new thought is. It always include a discernment, which discernment basically means is to the the listener hearts to go into the silence, to the contemplative mode, and look at our thoughts, look at our feelings around that. When we are facing a situation, we just go there and listening and observing is the word that I was looking for. Observing what is happening internal with us, what we talk about us about the situation, so we can discover is this or is a false idea. So the donkey, and so that we live. Why? Our ego sometimes it trap us in many ways, and it's particular with this what I called it circular thoughts that it comes and goes and time goes, but always are circulating there, or the pendular thoughts that is common ideas like. Right now, elections is a pendular thought. So every 4 years or every 2 years, we have this thoughts and ideas that scare us and trying to scare us and lose our attention and our devotion. So for this, we're going to be in silence and today, and so for a meditation, trying to listen our heart. And instead of trying to avoid thoughts or trying to don't think or to release our we actually were going to listen what our minds are saying in that meditative silent moments. We are just listen. So I recommend that before we move into the meditation, if you can grab a paper and a pen close to you, so that you can write what is coming to you. So the idea with this observing it, this is the first step. So we are now going to do a big deep thing is just to listen to sometimes our cultures about it teach us to avoid our feelings, for example, and to make like a natural, like a normal these kind of thoughts, circular and pendular thoughts of fear or limitations of things, and we are growing with that, and we continue living our life with that, and we never question it. And that's where the message of Reverend Sherry last Sunday was about that. So that's why discernment is this time. Discernment is looking for this idea to listening or things and be aware of that. So I invite you to you can close your eyes, but if you start to see any thought that come by, that thought that sounds familiar, maybe it sounds natural, so just give it give it idea, write it, and ask yourself if this is true, if this is true, and just let it continue. If it's true, you will feel a sense of peace. If it's not, your ego or program, the monkey mind, according what the tradition you come from, you had this argument where the investigator, the one who research, or the that self that research, or that self that is the law, or the judge, start to do reasoning to explain and make real. So you feel heavy and heavy and heavy more. That is a thought we need to look forward. And I want you to write them, because maybe we can do it all this month, that exploration, and connect it with the prayer, so that when we identify these false beliefs, we can go into prayer, and we can call for the practitioner or the ministers or for a spiritual director, whatever is the person who is with you, walking with you. So and bring these ideas so you can release it and give it to God, so God can bring you a bigger, higher, and better perspective of what is something that limits you. So before we go into the silence with a nice music I choose, I want to share something with you. Um, it's a statement of on discernment, which read, discernment, listening to your heart, become in silence, go within and listen. By reflecting in this way again and again, the wise teacher within begins to emerge. Initially, you might hear several voices in you. If you listen the voice of the ego, program, monkey mind, whatever you want to call it, and make a mistake, be compassionate with yourself and persist. With practice, you learn discernment and eventually connect with that voice of your real guidance, the real self. So, this is a wonderful experience with discernment. I really, really, it's a practice that I have learned um, like 2 years ago, and it's a regular practice for me during the day. It's just to observing, to listen my heart, and to go there before I take a decision, to before I move forward. Or when you just feel with a heavy heart, I just to start to discern, to look at, to look that heavy heart, and I discover the reasons, the ideas that are behind that I can come take it and put into a prayer, put it into God. That is actually the ultimate guide, the ultimate teacher who can release this idea and bring us powerful and more wonderful ideas that we can use for to use the power of creation and manifestation. So the time is perfect. We are in time to do this. So, as I say, we to be in silence, and but it's just to listen your thoughts. Doesn't matter what is your thought. If you start thinking about politics, about religion, about what is happening in society right now, about your family, about your son, anything, and right there ideas about that, and remember, ask yourself more and more what is your listen, and put attention in your feelings. If you feel heavy, that's a good indication that is this is a belief that is not in alignment with God. If you feel more in peace and peace, that is a thought that is actually in alignment with God. And it's also nice to think it, because there is no right or wrong. It's just like a ways to expand and contract the experience with God. So, thank you for being here, and we are taking this moment. I want you to just relax, be comfortable, and just share or wherever you are. Check your body. Check that is actually without any stress or distress or tension. Accommodate yourself. If you need to stretch for a moment, then let's do it. And now take a deep breath. Another deep breath. A deep breath. Let's say a deep and hold that deep long breath. And now I want one long where you expand all your chest and your abdominal area. Another one. Another one. And with the music, let's back slowly to a normal breathe. And start listening. Listen to your heart. Listen to your thoughts. And be aware of them. It's not time to judge them. You just want to listen what it say, what it's about, and most importantly, how you feel about every thought. And for this moment that we're going to be here, you get one thought, stay with that. If you get 10 thoughts, stay with them. Let it be. Let it be. Listen. If you find very difficult to find a thought, review your day right now. Your day at the office, Zoom meeting, if you're still from working from home, your experience at the supermarket, your experience driving, or yesterday, your brunch after church, your family dinner, your experience with your children, with your furry children, your pets, and feel what you feel and what are your thoughts, and discern, listen. Remember, it's important in the discernment practice, not just looking at, observing our thoughts, or recurrent thoughts, or circular thoughts, but also the feeling. What I feel. What do I feel when I had that thought? What are my thoughts when I open my bank account website? How I feel. That's an idea, for example. How I feel right now. What are my thoughts? And what how I feel with my idea of being retired or being sick? What are my thoughts? What are my feelings? Listen, no judgments. Just listen. Listen all that voices. Okay, drop your pen, take a deep breath, take another deep breath. This is one of the most sacred practice. The self-observation, the discernment, the listen to ourselves. Not trying to avoid, not trying to judge, just to learn from that little child inside us who wants to be loved, who wants to be listened, who wants to be understood, and mostly at all, who wants to be healed. Take another deep breath. And when you, now in this moment, take that list that you did and look at that. Look at your list. Be grateful. Say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for this sharing. Thank you for this moment. Take a deep breath. And now let's take a deep, long, expansive breath. Another one. And if you want, or you feel that you want to share something, write in the box down. So we can take that, and I can take it, connect it all that, and put it in my press from the day, from the week, and continue exploring this during the week, trying to find a moment to do it again. This, if you want to repeat this moment of practice, you can find it on YouTube and Facebook for the week, and repeat it, and let it all the thoughts, all the feelings come out, and write them, and share someone if you want something you want to share in the comments down. I will be attentive and will put it in the thoughts. So this is our time for today. That was our practice of discernment. The music today was Pluto Was Here by Alexander Merckx. It's a beautiful CD. And thank you for being here for Monday practice. I hope to see you next week. I think we're going to continue exploring our discernments and our steps. And I see Mary is sharing something. Say fear came for me. That's good. That's healing. And it's time to explore. The question for you maybe is that true? Is whatever you hear the fears, the thoughts of the fears, exploring more the thoughts around that fear. And ask yourself, it is true? It is true. Thank you, Mary Jane. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you be here. And I'm glad all of you, I can see you uh, connected. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I will see you next Monday. We continue exploring. We continue moving forward and expanding this new journey in our lives. Thank you. Have a good night, all of you, and my love for you to you. Bye.